Hello, this is Longest Day, and we're looking at the GT versus Pitt game 2014. We're still in the first quarter. This is the second video, and we'll be looking at a series that did not end in a touchdown. I do want to say that I am not an expert, but I'll do my best to show you what I'm seeing on the field. All right, so this first play is a pass play. It's a little play action right there. Back up the pass. You know, everybody looks covered, and I think that's what ends up happening is a coverage. And kind of bail out of the pocket there, and we throw it away. Probably a good decision right there. Get to the next play. All right, 2nd and 10. The usual setup here, and we can see that we are playing pretty far back to cover the pass. And right there's the look, triple option in this direction. You can see right here the defensive end is going to the outside, so that's one of the keys. The other key that JT is going to see is this guy is cross-charging. He's coming in. So let's see if the cross-charge actually takes the V-back. He does. You can see he doesn't come through the line. He's taking the V-back. We'll see later on that that is very important. You know, if the cross-charging guy does not take the V-back and comes straight to the QB, it does cause some issues. So cross-charge takes the V-back. You can see the defensive end is on the outside of the QB, so the QB is not going to pitch. He's going to keep. We are going to see some good blocking right here. Takes a man down right here. Takes him down good. We're going to have to block him. We take him to the outside. That leaves this lane open right here. You know, I'm not sure why he slows down right here. You see him? I don't know what he's seeing in front of him, but he slows down. There is a lane here, and he could, you know, run to the first down and run out of bounds. But he tries to turn back to the inside, and ends up slowing him down. I'm not sure exactly what he's seeing. Maybe the flag threw him off. He wasn't sure if the play was still going, but the flag was offsides on the defense. We decline it. Ends up being a first down. All right, so we're going to look at the next play and the usual defensive setup. You can see they are playing close on the cornerbacks on this particular play. They're going to back off before the play is snapped, and it's going to be a dive. You can see right here this A-back's going forward. It's going to be a dive. And we actually do some good blocking here. We come through right here. I don't know if you can see what we're doing here. We come through. We're not able. We kind of get tripped up because there's a lane right here that could be used. Get tripped up, but we still make some great yards right there. About 4 yards is what we need. We're on schedule. 2nd and 5. What's this going to be? You can see, look what's happening here. This guy is stepping up. So they're playing a lot closer to the line. So this is going to be one of those A-back dive plays right here. He's going to look. It looks like it's going to be some sort of trap play to the B-back, but it doesn't. It goes to the A-back. And the A-back's going to do something. You know, normally I'd expect him to come to the outside. There's a counter A-back play where you have some pooling guard and tackle come out this way, and he comes to the outside. But on this particular, what I call an A-back dive, he's going to head to the inside. And if you look, you know, he could go to the outside, and then if he beats this guy, he's going to make some great yards. But he goes to the inside right here. He's going to try to cut up the seam, and he ends up making a first down. So that's a play that I haven't seen until this year. You know, I've seen an A-back counter, but not necessarily what I would call an A-back dive. All right, you can see the normal setup. Everybody's far back. There's no one playing close on the wide receivers. We're stepping up right here. So this is going to be triple option. So he's looking over here. See the defensive end? He's coming on the inside, right? The inside. But you'd say, well, this needs to be a keep, right? The QB should keep this because the defensive end is coming in for the A-back. But watch his shoulders. His shoulders are not turned in. They're not turned into the B-back. They're straight ahead. And if you look, see, he's ready to take the QB, and the B-back is by him. So it's a great read by Justin. You know, just because the defensive end comes in doesn't mean that this needs to be a QB keep. It's, you know, where is that defensive end going? And he's going for the quarterback. And that means the B-back gets by him. And you can see the offensive line is just doing an excellent job this year. And so we make some great blocks. and ended up making over 10 yards on that play. So great read by Justin, good run by Days, great blocking by the offensive line, and we are moving the ball down the field. All right, so this next play here, you see a normal setup, everybody's off, all the safeties and cornerbacks are back. You can see a step up here. See how he's stepping up? So it looks, it's going to be a cross charge right there. Another thing, this guy is getting off the ball pretty quick right there, but it's going to be a toss. We're lucky that we have a great center right here who picks him up, because he probably would have hit JT pretty hard. So he pitches it out, and we're going to watch. We got to seal the edge, right? Got to seal the edge and get around right here, so that the quicker we seal the edge, the quicker he can turn up. So, we do stop him. It gets pushed out a little bit, but we do end up sealing the edge. We get this next block. If we can knock him down, that really opens up the seam. This guy getting on the outside turns his back on the inside, but we really do a great job of picking up the yards right there, despite the tackle. We do get hit. We got Perkins down right there from the block, and it's going to be a big loss for Virginia this week. So I hope our other A-backs can pick up the missing piece there, because Perkins is a pretty big part of our blocking scheme. Okay, if you look here, this is off center alignment here. We got an extra guy on the edge. You'll see also that they stepped up a linebacker right here on the edge, and this is going to be sort of like a, it starts out like it's going to be the speed option, where we do this like lead option, where the A-back leads out here and the B-back turns this way, the quarterback turns this way, and we end up doing like a speed option out in this area. Well, this is a sort of like a I don't know, a speed option trap, I guess you want to call it, because we do have a pulling guard right here. And so he's going to pull as a guard. Could be, it is a guard. So he's going to pull right there. The B-back has the ball. He's going to come in right behind him, and he's going to, head for this seam right here. He turns up pretty quick and gets stopped right there at the first down line. I do want to point out something, because this is very important on the next play. Watch this guy right here. He gets past this guy real easy. There's barely any contact. You see barely any contact. He's not slowed down, and he ends up hitting this linebacker. This is key for the next play, because what happens is the next play has to do exactly with that. All right, so we're going to get to the next play, which is going to be the exact same play, exact same people, exact same setup. We turn, we give. We have this pulling guy right here, but I want you to notice something. Watch the exchange right here. We have see that right there? See how he's hit? He's slowed down. This one, they have some good contact right here. He's kind of being squeezed between these two players, and he can't get to this guy. So we're going to nail this guy here, but we haven't gotten to this linebacker who's able to step up into the gap and make the stop. So it's very important, for a defense who's playing against us to make that contact to keep us from getting to the second level. All right, so traditional defense here. You can see everybody's playing pretty far back. I wonder why we didn't do any quick passes out to the wide receivers here. I guess it plays to our advantage to have them so far back. All right, so he's stepping up. It looks like right there you can see someone, he's changing up the play for some reason to a different side. So let's see what happens. This is going to be a counter option. So they counter option right here. Looks like it's going this way. It's going really this way. First thing you want to look at is what's going on here. One is this guy moving up makes it a lot harder for him to get to the outside. He's definitely going to be, playing the inside. So really these two guys take themselves out of the play by stepping forward, and they're behind all this trash. They're going to have to go around everything. This guy right here does a pretty good job. He doesn't take but one little step on the inside, and he's headed to the outside. And there's a seam here. You can see right here, he's trying to keep this from being a pitch right here, and that just leaves a seam for JT. Now, I'm not sure why he does this again. You see how he's, instead of hitting the seam and going outside, he's looking inside, and he's slowing down, and I'm not sure why that is. Maybe it's because we have such a big lead, and we don't want to cause any more injuries. Maybe Coach told him to kind of make sure that we take the safe path. But you see him stopping versus heading to the outside, and so he doesn't make the first down. So it's 3rd and 2, not bad. Let's see what happens next. A normal setup right here, and this is going to be one of the key points. Remember we talked about the cross charge and the cross charge taking the AB. You know, right here we have a cross charge, and he lets the he touches the AB right there. You can see him touching him, but he's not tackling him. So he basically pushes by him, and he goes right to the quarterback. And that's a problem, because when you have a cross charge, the QB's not reading his shoulders like he can on the defensive end. Defensive end, you can really read the shoulders. You can really tell who he's going to. And so he comes right by, and he goes right for the quarterback right there. And so that gives you the extra defender, because this guy is taken 2. That stops this play. So you're going to see the same thing happen here. So it's 4th and 2. We're going to do the same thing and see if they can beat us again. You can see he's already stepped up in the hole. But see right here? See how he does not, he's doing the cross charge. It's too late. You can't read. It's really hard to tell who he's going to take. And he's just able to read this really well, and he doesn't take the B back. He doesn't take the B back. He takes the QB, which is basically what kind of blows this play up. So another thing that happens is right here, the safety, he gets up in here really quick. So we have some blockers. Maybe we missed some blocking out here too. I'm not exactly sure. We're really hitting this defensive end hard, and we need to turn back inside. Perhaps we're just trying to make sure that he doesn't disrupt the play, and we get the first down. So that ends up being the end of that series, and I think the thing to take away from the series is, one is there's 2 plays where JT didn't quite head up the seam, and I'm not sure if the hit earlier in the game had caused him to hesitate. I know this for certain, that later on in the game he gets the ball and he does terrific, and it was just really this series. I think the next series is when Byerly comes in. He gives him a rest, probably gets his mind back into working order, and he really comes back in fighting. The second thing is the cross charge. If the cross charge does not take the B back and go straight for the QB, that gives us an issue. The third thing is JT did a great job. Defensive end comes in, looks like he's taking the B back, but you can read his shoulders. His shoulders do not say B back, and JT does a great job of reading that. JT is, again, I hate to say JT 100 million times there, but he's doing great in reading these defenses and reading for the option. Our offensive line is clicking. They're really hitting hard. And, the games are won in the trenches. I just want to say that. And I'm just really pleased with how our offense is going. Well, I look forward to seeing your comments. Thank you for listening.